I'm Aaron Judge. Welcome to MLB The Show 26.
Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. The first half of the All-Star break is behind us, and partner, it's go time in the second half.
And if you want to be playing meaningful games at the end of September, you got to put your head down and grind for the next 8 weeks.
It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Baltimore Orioles. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And getting the start for Baltimore, number 63. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Ready to go now? Here's Trey Turner.
Shortstop, number 7, Trey Turner.
And we're underway in Baltimore.
Drive.
That one's in there. That is strike 2. Got him swinging.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
And time now for the Phillies lineup. Seeing plenty of left-handed bats in this lineup against a righty on the hill.
Yeah, they're looking to ambush, and you wonder if it's going to lead to a big game for him or not. Certainly, it's a nice boost of confidence to think you can get to that pitcher on the mound with all those lefties in the lineup, and with that extra split second they have to react. We'll see how it shakes out here.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
No.
The 1-0.
High. No,
Tried to
that's the
backdoor him
ball.
with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
That's
Ball.
off the mark. 3-1 now. That one in there across the letters.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three-two. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Bryce Harper up now. I think one of my favorite moments from his 2024 season was his soccer-style celebration after he hit a home run in London.
Is that when we went with the knee slide?
Exactly, and really into it, too. He yelled, "I love soccer," over and over while going through the high-five line of the dugout.
When in Rome, as they say.
Or London. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in Baltimore. And on the hill for the Phillies, Andrew Painter. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Back now at Oriole Park. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And a good start to the inning. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Batting fifth, left fielder.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Man at second. Right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. 1 out in the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Here comes Real Muto.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up?
That's to third. Toss to Alonso. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Batting seventh, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
This is Bryson Stott. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. This one in the air right field. Tavares running hard to get it. Brings it in for the third out. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Phillies 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in Baltimore, here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Taylor Ward.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Top half of the third inning, and now for the Phillies, Gabriel Rincones Jr.
Ball, no.
That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So digging in, Justin Crawford.
Ball.
And the 1-0. Trying to move him over here. Alonso. They put the tag on him and he gets the job done.
Up next for Philadelphia, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Trey Turner now led off the game with a strikeout. Ground ball left side. Throws to first. Yeah, they get the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked. Man on second, two down. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So one hit is all they get. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 1 and the Orioles nothing. Set for the bottom of the third, digging in, Kobe Mayo. Back now at Oriole Park as we go to the top of the fourth. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies.
You know, these Phils, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat. Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Two now. On the ground. And it's through for a hit. And a man aboard.
Up next for Philadelphia, third baseman.
And here comes Alec Bohm. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Oh, 1 down. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Marsh takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. 1 away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A 2-run shot, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 3-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. In a 2-0 count, a hitter is on high alert. This is what you live for, to be in the driver's seat here. He got a pitch that he could handle, and he hit that pitch really hard. Nice home run.
1 down. Here's the catcher, JT Realmuto. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Flied to right his first time. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. A sliding stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder, Gabriel Rincones.
A great sliding stop. I think we need a breakdown from StatCast to fully appreciate the difficulty of that play.
Yeah, Boog, these numbers show how good of a play it actually was. And that sliding catch was difficult enough, and somehow he still managed a great throw to first. What a play.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Gabriel Rincones Jr.
Ball 1.
That's too low. Ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. Got him swinging for the K. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. And midway in the 4th, it's the Phillies 4 and the Orioles 1. Back here in Baltimore, leading off, Gunnar Henderson.
Shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Justin Crawford. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And one pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout and he'll make a move to the pen. Number 63 will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
Number 48 will take over here.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Trey Turner, the next to hit. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, these Phillies really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Save! In comes the run from second. And they lead by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Runner on the go. Ball misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swings and misses. 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate you know you've committed and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Harper up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
And Turner's back in. Man at second. Late that time, and it's strike 2. On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, third baseman Alec Bohm.
And now it's Alec Bohm. 1 for 2.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs.
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He muscles that one out of here. And they add to their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Marsh. He's already homered here in this one. That one ripped, but foul. Two down, nobody on. And that skips into dirt.
Ball 2.
That's inside. Ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Number 48 won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, number 66.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Hee-haw!
Swings through the fastball up in the zone. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Marsh at second with 2 down. This one smoked on its way out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 9-2.
My goodness, who saw this coming? Defying the odds with his second homer of the game. You know, for a player not known for his power boot, he's making quite the statement with these swings.
So 2 down. Bryson Stott now at the plate. A former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player.
Reride.
The 0-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Andrew Kittredge, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. And the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that one got a piece of him.
Take first.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder.
So up next, Gabriel Rincones Jr.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Ball.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Toss to Alonso, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 9 and the Orioles 2. Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Back now at Oriole Park. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Justin Crawford. Foul ball.
Ball.
That one's in there. And the count 1-2. Struck him out looking.
Up next for Philadelphia, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Back to the top of the order, Trey Turner at the plate. Right through there for a strike. This one in the air, center field. Cowser under it. 2 away.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Number 66 out of the game. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching
Andrew Kittredge taking over on the mound.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Here's a big power threat. Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 3 in this one.
No.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. That one is gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they add on. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
So 2 down. Now here is Bryce Harper. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. And that is that. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Phillies 10 and the Orioles 2. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
Here's your 1.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Taveras.
Here's Leody Taveras.
You're out.
Back here in Baltimore, we go to the top of the 7th. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. And that one fouled off. In the air, right field. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next for Philadelphia, left fielder
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. He's already homered in this game. In there, and it's 0-1. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
The Phillies up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Catcher, JT Realmuto.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Hey.
Just missed. And that's outside. No question about this one. It's out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 11-4.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Andrew Kittredge won't go any further. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
Coming on for the Orioles, Yennier Cano.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Bryson Stott digs in now. In the air to left center. And that is that. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Phillies 11 and the O's 4. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Dylan Beavers.
Now pitching for
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Kyle Backus.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Ready to begin the 8th. And now for the Phillies, Gabriel Rincones Jr.
Hook one.
Line drive, could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
So, man aboard, and here is Justin Crawford.
He rides.
There's a line drive to left field. And that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 12-5 is our score.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So back to the top of the order. Trey Turner getting ready to hit.
Hike.
Strike two.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
On the ground. Toss to Alonso. First out in the top of the 8th. So it's effectively a sacrifice bunt. The ground out to the right side moves the runner from second to third.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily intend to sacrifice an out like that, but still good situational hitting. They need to find a way to bring him in.
Schwarber in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. One away with a runner at third, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So a man at first. So here is Bryce Harper. And that one upstairs, ball one. The 1-0. And there's a foul ball.
Ball.
Man at first, one away. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. A gigantic blast. And they add to their lead. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Yennier Cano gives way.
Now pitching.
So they turn to their closer, Tyler Wells.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
One down. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Base knock right field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for Philadelphia, left fielder Brandon
And digging
Marsh.
in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh.
No, off the plate.
Ground ball to the right side. Throw to first in time.
Up next for Philadelphia, catcher
JT Realmuto steps in. And first offering is fouled off. Man on second, two down. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and lead one. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Phils with the lead, 15-5. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Stepping in, Kobe Mayo. Chase Sugar takes over on the mound.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
That
Ball.
one missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That one misses.
Take your
So a
base.
leadoff walk.
What a battle.
Up next
It's not
for
always easy
Philadelphia,
laying off a
right
3-2
fielder,
pitch, and I tell you what, he
Gabriel
earned that
Jr.
walk.
Gabriel Rincones Jr. stands in for the Phillies. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
You know, what's interesting, Boog, is that games like this can be a little wonky for closers to come in, and they don't have the adrenaline going. It's not a safe situation. It's not even a close ball game that they're finishing, but it's just getting some work to manufacture that.
Ball.
Good use of wonky there. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they extend their lead.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder Justin Crawford.
Here's the center fielder, Justin Crawford.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Line drive. That's a base hit. Rincones around third. Play at the plate. Got it.
Well, clearly being aggressive on the bases right there, trying to add on to that big lead. Credit to the defense, though. Nice execution to cut him down at the plate. Man, it's good to see they're still out there trying to make plays for their pitcher.
And the 0-1. To third, but that rolls foul.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
On the ground to short. There's one. Over to first, but he beats it. And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, right side, Holiday. Tosses to first, and that's the inning. One run, a pair of hits, no errors, and one left on. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order, due up. Phillies lead. Bottom of the ninth.
A win on the last day of the month. You close it out with the W, but you want to carry that momentum into the next game.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.